What's up, pizzas? Cory Vincent here, and Video Game Bang Weekend Live is back in your ears because we have the real David Webb, LaReesa, and Aaron, and me, and the chat, and now you listening to this after the fact. We had a great show. There was not one technical error. We were actually so on point. We had a special guest join us mid-show who had an opinion in chat, so we of course want to hear all opinions, so we had Joel, Mr. Gaming Since Gaming, join us actually live during the show to share his opinion on Fable Legends. We talk about a whole host of topics this week as chosen by Aaron, so you know it's going to be nonsensical. We're talking about YouTube stars beefing. We're talking about the death of a classic WoW server. We're talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. That's why you got to be here live on Saturdays, 9 o'clock. All that and so much more on this week's
Video Game Bang.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Cory Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. If the ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items at my job, he can play the right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game Bang.
The thirst is absolutely real, everybody. I am Sir Aaron Carter, and you listen to the #1 video game podcast in Sacramento. Video Game Bang live on nerdreactor.com. What are you reacting to, people? Corsair Gaming, come sail away with us, is one of our sponsors. Great sponsors. They hooked us up with so many awesome things to make this show so awesome for you. Another sponsor that we have, of course, Lion, everybody. Keep your headphones. Get a mod mic. They have some crisp, clean-sounding mod mics that you strap right onto your headphones. Strap them right on, everybody. Just straddle them. Straddling Antlion. That's what they call them over the East Coast.
We don't have the sponsor anymore.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
lost it. Yeah.
Straddling mod mics. That's what they call them. It's a new line that's coming out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a new line that's coming out.
It goes with the VR.
Yeah, it goes with the VR. You get your hands on it today.
Oh, I'm not going to get my hands on that.
Both
no.
hands.
On the show, of course, we got the real David Webb, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
You're not going to get your straddling on?
No straddling for
That's terrible,
the
sir.
Webster.
You don't know what you're missing then.
I am okay with not knowing what I'm missing.
Wow. LaReesa's here after a 18-hour stream.
Yeah, right. It wasn't 18 hours.
She did a long stream.
It was
last
17 and a
night,
half. Thank
everybody.
you very much.
Where she played a litany of games, a whole bunch of scary ones, some less scary ones about ducks, which actually can be scary because they're
There, you know what? There's a lot of stuff on sale,
There it
so
is.
I kind of picked up a lot of like $2, $3 games. The duck game was a lot of fun, and that's on sale right now. It's like 40% off, so it's $7.49.
That's a weird price too.
I know. I thought that too,
Why don't you just make it $7.50?
or just $7.
Cory Vincent here, everybody.
So I've decided to give my life
That's terrible.
to the martial arts, ladies and gentlemen.
That's horrible.
As of this week, I have committed myself to the martial arts.
You have, like, a
What
ceremony?
martial art?
The martial arts, the ancient Thailand.
Ancient of the ancients.
Originated in Thailand back in the 60s. It is called Muay Thai.
Why
The
not capoeira?
1960s?
Capoeira, it's just,
19
Yeah,
1960s?
exactly, the 1960s.
1999.
No, the
Is that ancient?
1860s.
Yeah. I went for like 2 days this week, and it
Whoa.
thoroughly whipped my ass, and not one person laid a hand on me. That's
Well.
just how badly out of shape I am.
And so you have now dedicated your life to doing this so you can protect Hell's Kitchen.
2 times is all it took, and now I've dedicated myself to it, and I will protect this city.
Okay. So after the first beating, when one of them thugs around the corner
Has been to Muay Thai for 3 days.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
what else kicks your butt is landscape work. Because I volunteered today to help rebuild Sacramento after the tragedy that just happened over the past few days. We had a gust storm that was just terrible.
Lawn chairs everywhere.
Everywhere. So
Umbrellas.
A bunch of Pidgeotos got together.
and decided
Gust.
let's do a gust storm. So I went and volunteered and did a whole bunch of lawn work and everything like that. And I'm sore as hell. Have you ever pounded the ground before?
You mean like?
Do you listen to the words that you say?
Like
I pounded so
in
hard.
extreme desperation.
It was ridiculous. The pounding.
You could not be a virgin anymore.
The pounding was incredible.
I mean,
everybody.
technically.
Terrible.
What is pounding the ground, Aaron? Please explain this to me.
Well, it's you take this long pole. Stay with me. Stay with me. While
Okay.
you're giggling.
I'm already in.
You take a long pole.
Gross.
It has a square flat bottom,
Damn.
and you
That's a
lift
medical
it.
condition.
You lift it about a good 2 feet off the ground, and then you slam it down on the ground to compact the dirt that you have placed.
So it's like sex with a girl with a very flat butt. If I'm understanding.
Yes.
Okay.
And I did it for a good hour.
That's charity.
Add that to Urban
that is
Dictionary.
charity.
That's charity.
We need to put that in Urban
Endurance.
Dictionary today.
And that's charity, everybody.
Ground pounding.
Ground pounding.
Then after that, I had to run around Sacramento. It's been a busy freaking day. But you know what? Actually, there was some gaming news in my day that was interesting. And it was out of the blue. I was speaking to somebody, and they were like, have you heard of this game where there's like random planets that you visit, and it's all random?
It
and all
begins.
This? And I was like, yes. Don't get me started.
And
Are
they
you
said
talking
it's
about?
called Starfax.
And so she was like, yeah. I said, No Man's Sky. And she's like, yeah. And so I was like, how did you hear about it? You know, because she's not a person that actively goes out and looks for information like we do. You know, we get news feeds and stuff like that, or updates and everything pop to us because we're gamers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's borderline, but And so I was like, how did you hear about it? She's like, oh, I just saw it on a Facebook ad or something. I was like, oh, they got you.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Here is an interesting story I read just before we started the show, actually. You know who we can thank for No Man's Sky? Good or bad?
Me?
No. You did not.
Ooh.
The most pivotal person besides the developers.
Sean Murray, yeah.
No.
Okay.
You might think the guy who developing the game is the most influential.
I would think so.
You might.
I would
However,
literally think
you'd
so,
be
yeah.
wrong.
No, we have Jeff Keighley to thank
No.
for No
I will
Man's
not.
Sky.
I will not.
Bow down before
I
Keighley,
will not,
Aaron.
I will not thank Jeff Keighley for anything.
Bow down before the Keighley.
Why
because-
do you think?
Okay, so what had happened was.
Oh no! Don't give me no.
What had
story.
happened was.
Do you remember?
When he was in the elevator with Sean Murray, he's like, you know what? I wish I could play a game where I could go to any type of planet.
And it's all random.
Yeah. And then Sean just, I got to make this.
But the only thing is.
Jeff Keighley says that one was for free, son.
Yeah.
Don't tell him
I
it
don't wanna
was
see
me.
my friends.
Yeah.
Flipped him a gold coin.
Don't tell him it was me. Don't tell him it was a Keighley.
No, what happened was, you remember when we first heard about No Man's Sky, Aaron?
Yeah, it was in that terrible, terrible award.
The VGX.
Yes.
In 2013.
Horrible.
And was hosted by
Community.
and
Community.
I don't remember
the
his
entire
name.
cast.
Joel
entire cast
McHale.
of
Yeah,
Community.
Joe McHale.
teamed
and,
with Jeff Keighley.
And yes.
Jeff Keighley had heard about No Man's Sky and invited them to be on the show, had them submit the trailer. And what happened was before, like, I guess a week before the show, Sean Murray and the team wasn't feeling confident about the game, and he wanted to pull the trailer because he was
Wow.
getting bad feedback from people in his area, his friends.
The Brits?
Yeah.
Come on.
The
Come
most
on.
positive outlook people in the world. I
Come
know.
on. Yeah.
But they were giving him bad feedback, and he was like, we're not ready. We have to pull the trailer. And Jeff Keighley said, no, I've already pitched this to my bosses. They're on board. It's too late. You're going through with this now. They went through with it, and they stole the show. I remember we were talking about it as like the only highlight.
Yeah, it was literally the biggest part of the show. I don't understand.
And, of course, the tragedy that struck after that, remember when they got their studios flooded?
Yeah, disaster.
So recently in an interview, Sean Murray said, wanting to back out, if he would have had it his way and there was no Jeff Keighley, he would have pulled the game from the VGX show and they would have had the studios flood. And at that point, he's like, there's no way we would have rebuilt the game.
I'm still not thanking Jeff Keighley.
I think we need to start a petition to promote Jeff Keighley,
To what?
Supreme Ruler.
No. Jeff Keighley will forever be in history. I mean, I'm not knocking Jeff Keighley for what he does. Everybody calls him like some sellout or something like that. He's not.
Corporate
He
shield.
does,
Corporate
corporate
shells.
shield. Yeah, he's not everybody. He does what he needs to do to stay in a job, and that's fine. But I'm not giving him that whole.
You're not
best,
ready to bow
not
down
yet.
before Keighley.
He needs two more big titles.
Oh my God.
Yep. He needs 2 more bad shows, 2 more big big titles.
In the same interview, to add more street cred to Sean Murray, he mentioned that he snubbed Kanye West at last year's E3.
Sean Murray did, or Keighley?
Yeah, no, Sean Murray.
Oh, well, Sean Murray, when he first arrived on the VGX show or whatever, he looked very shy and timid when he was explaining this amazing game. And over the course, he was like kind of hunched, it looked like, bending over.
Yep.
If you watched his evolution now, and he does that for some time. E3 came around, in the interview, he's still kind of hunched over, explaining his game. If you look now, he stands tall. He's looking straight forward. Yeah, like he's got a beard now.
He's got grapefruits, is what it was.
Like,
he went
yeah.
from these little peas to some just grapefruits in his pants.
And apparently they're advertising this thing on Facebook. So like I said, she found out about it, and remember I told you guys I'm on the fence. I don't know if I'm buying this thing. I don't know, but she was like, "What system is coming?" I was like, "PS4." Oh, I don't have a PS4. I was like, "I got a PS4." It's like, if I pay half, would you get the game? I was like, I'm on the fence.
Even with that, I'm on the
now
fence.
you're talking his language.
Because now you're 100% talking my language. So she was like, "Yeah, I pay half for it." I'm like, I might just have to get No Man's Sky.
I guess last year, No Man's Sky didn't have a booth space.
Idiotic.
It was only showing private backstage things. You had to be somebody to go see it. And Kanye was walking around the floor telling his people that that's what he wanted to see. He wanted to see this game, so his people are calling, and they get a hold of Sean Murray, who at that time has Steven Spielberg.
What?
Viewing the game, and he has an appointment next for some other actor. I don't think it was who was it?
Was it Lando Calrissian?
I think it was. Yeah, it was Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thanks for the save. So Lando Calrissian and Steven Spielberg want to see the game, and he snubbed Kanye.
I mean,
I
who
think
wouldn't?
I think that was a bad choice. No, it was Elon Musk. Sorry.
Oh,
Elon
I
Musk,
don't
the guy who
know.
created the Tesla vehicles.
He's not Tesla.
Great
So,
entrepreneur. You'd rather have the band Tesla.
No, I'm talking
Okay.
about the father of electricity, because there was no electricity before Tesla, right? There was no lightning. He's the
As Ben Franklin invented electricity.
Ben Franklin
Yeah.
created coins and bells. That's what he created. Don't give me that.
No, Alexander Graham Bell created the telephone.
He created T-Mobile. That's what Alexander Graham Bell created.
History brought to you by
History,
Video Game
everybody.
Bang.
Let's not forget the final person, of course. They're here week in, week out. The chat room, everybody. Say hello, chat.
Hi,
Hello,
chat.
And I had a question in chat. They wanted me to explain how I got knighted.
Yes, by the Queen of England and such.
How did you get knighted?
Oh my
Because
gosh.
I refuse to put the title on your name.
The tale.
Maybe I'll do it right now as you tell the story.
The tale of Aaron Carter's knighthood is anything but boring. Webb. It is a 7-year journey
Oh God.
that spans so long.
Let's make this a mini series.
I
tell a
literally-
little bit now. Next
Except
week they can come back and
the
hear the rest.
miniseries will be nowhere related to us. It could come out in some book.
Yeah.
And
This
I
summer.
will. I'll narrate the whole thing. I will narrate the whole thing. The tale of Sir Aaron Carter
In your best Morgan Freeman voice.
by Aaron Carter, written by Aaron Carter, narrated by
Illustrated.
Aaron Carter,
Illustrated.
dictated by Aaron Carter. No, it's a long story. All you need to know, like I literally said, took 7 years. It's very, very long and drawn out. And I don't want to bore you with that right now because there's stuff going on in the world, everybody.
Thank the good Lord.
YouTube is burning down.
I don't think it's burning down. There's
Everybody's going crazy
everybody's
on YouTube.
raping everybody.
Oh, let's hold on, because
Whoa.
we're in America, all right?
You can't
So
just use
you're
that word.
Innocent until proven guilty, unless you're black. Well, you're guilty until proven innocent.
Or innocent and then
Innocent
And
and
then
then just
proven
guilty.
guilty.
But yeah, so we're not gonna label these people as rapists, okay?
okay.
Let's not do that.
No, that's not what I was doing.
Well,
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda did.
pretty much
Like,
exactly what you were doing.
Did. And I'm the one who knows absolutely jack shit about this story because I don't care.
Well, here's the thing. That's true. You don't care. Webb doesn't care. LaReesa, you don't care.
She just heard rape and it piqued her interest.
Yeah. I really don't.
Yeah, we discussed this. It wasn't piquing my interest. I was just like, why? Who cares?
It's important to the young lady,
Okay.
whose name I will keep secret.
Shania Twain.
One, because I don't know it. And two, I just don't know it. But these people
Wait. What do you mean these people?
No. I mean, these people that are being accused.
Oh, okay, cool.
They have a following, of course. Like, you guys all watch a YouTube person, right? They have a following.
Yes.
If it's Pew Die Pie, Lord.
That's all Aaron knows.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
PewDiePie or what's that one guy's
Markiplier
name?
is another big one. He was on the Jimmy Kimmel show that one time. I mean, these guys have followings.
There's
so
so
people,
many of them.
Yeah, there's so many of them. But they have
You're the
millions.
least qualified person to talk about
I'm
YouTube.
sorry. No, only because
you're like the Numa guy. He's still kicking around somewhere.
The Fandango bag.
Tazon Day.
is that that
those
musician
the
with the
commercial?
sunglasses? He's
Cats.
still doing things, right?
yeah, cats just jumping off of things, missing.
Well, because they have followings. They have millions of people that watch them,
Yeah.
Okay.
and they're celebrities to them.
Okay.
So when allegations gets tossed around like that, that's kind of serious to their fans, to fans of the other people that are,
And when they start beefing,
and
Yeah.
well, see, that's not even what caused the beef. There were other things too. Like
then let me ask you, Aaron,
Okay.
where's the beef?
The beef is with.
California cows.
There you go. But there's so Pew Die Pie, he goes on, he starts complaining about, YouTube and some stuff. And KSI, if anybody knows who that is.
Kill switch engaged.
Exactly. He goes on and,
Yes,
he says some
KSI.
things
I said engaged.
Oh.
directed towards Pew Die Pie, I guess.
Yeah.
And of course, there, drama starts. In my opinion, it was two millionaires having a slap fight. And I was like, all right, guys, let's pull it back a little.
So what was said?
Well, one thing that was shots fired said, especially by Pew Die Pie, he was talking about how basically online etiquette, how you act online.
So the fact that there is none.
Well, on YouTube, I should say. YouTube etiquette.
There's
Right?
no such thing, but go ahead, continue.
And KSI, tells him how he should act online, right?
Mm-hmm.
So PewDiePie goes and tweets, KSI telling me how to act online is like me taking dating advice from Toby Turner,
Oh, that's
the accused rapist. Now, he didn't have to say anything like that.
That was a little
That's
over
a-
the top.
That's a shots fired. That's
Yeah.
what that is. Toby can't say anything right now because once you're accused of rape, you're
that's it.
accused.
You're
of rape.
accused. Yeah.
It's a serious thing. And okay, you can go to court and get proven innocent. Well, I wasn't even in the state when this happened.
I was in space, Your Honor.
Exactly. You will still walk down the street and they will still yell rapist.
Yeah.
And shame.
Shame.
Everywhere
Shame.
you go.
Bong.
Everywhere you go. So he can't, he can't defend himself. So that was kind of, I'm going to kick you when you're down,
Yeah.
and that's not cool.
Jump on the bandwagon.
But all these YouTubers, it just seems like for the last month, it's all been crazy because these YouTubers have been going back and forth with all these little shots fired and everything like that.
Now,
How
do
do
you
they-
think they're in
go
on it for like publicity?
Well, for why? You, all four of us here wouldn't care. The only reason why I bring it up is because it's the internet. It's some, news that somebody out there would care about. Somebody in the chat, maybe. I don't know.
I sense a hint of speculation, LaReesa. Would you like to expand on that?
What do you mean publicity? Okay, so like when Twitch streamers were doing the SWAT things,
Okay.
Yeah.
where the SWAT would come to their house and pull them from their computer during like a live stream, and
That was real, right?
You think it was fake?
some of them were staged. Some of I mean,
It had to be fake because
Yeah.
the SWAT team is not going to just be deployed because of
that's
one phone
that's
call.
what I was thinking
Like,
too.
But
But it got viewers,
Maybe
it got
they
donations,
would.
it got money. It got a lot of attention, and I
Yeah.
think that was what they were going for because they made more money off it.
I mean, if that's what they're doing, these are millionaires though already. PewDiePie, millionaire. KSI, millionaire.
You know how we were debating on whether or not YouTube stars are actual celebrities and stars?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is how we know that they're not. Because you would never know this unless you were, like, looking for YouTube.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty
news.
good point. Can you imagine if Will Smith and Denzel Washington had the same exchange?
We would know, like, the second it happened.
Instantly, right?
When
E.T. Entertainment Tonight. be on
Denzel
it.
Washington
Yeah.
says, me taking movie advice from Will Smith is like me, Jared Fogle from Subway.
Yeah.
Giving me parenting advice.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
That would be all over the news. It'd be awesome, actually.
It would be great.
I think that would be great television.
But we would know that instantly. This, we're kind of like, oh, it's happening? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, but it's just, like I said, seems like a couple of millionaire
Kids.
Yeah.
Freaking millennials.
Because, I mean, what's his name need more publicity for? PewDiePie.
Pewds?
I mean, maybe it just wasn't just for him.
YouTube Red? Is that what?
Right.
RedTube?
Yeah. I mean, he might as well
What-
go
what
there
is
next.
that?
That's the next step.
What's RedTube?
Is this a new?
Yeah, we don't know what
Is this
that
a new extension on YouTube?
Please.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and search it. You'll love all the videos.
All right,
there.
let me put. let me
No, we just fixed the computer. Do not search it.
let me screen share
Use your phone.
so we can show everybody.
like normal people.
Yeah, screen share. Before I go on, is there anything in the chat? Do they care about the YouTubers? They probably don't.
No.
They probably
Gaming
don't.
Since Gaming wants to know why rape would be publicity.
Yeah, that's.
You know what? I've questioned some of the things that celebrities have actually done for publicity, so I can't say that I put it past anybody.
Well, on that note, let's do some banging around the web.
Banging around the web.
So we have a new game coming out that looks pretty interesting. Now, you know how No Man's Sky is going to give you the random planets and everything like that. Well, this game, called Great Cascade, is an open world game where characters remember and react to everything that you do.
Say what?
Like NPCs react.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Do they overreact?
They might. They
It's
might.
like one big anime.
Everything that you do has.
As a consequence.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything. Now, think about some games that are very popular. You got your Mass Effect, was it Witcher 3, where you have those choices and stuff like that, right? But everything is scripted. Like everything is scripted.
Like you feel like you should have more of a range of reactions from NPCs and stuff like that.
This one is. Nothing scripted here.
I like it.
Everything's all random. So one of the clips that I saw that was pretty interesting, a guy went and gave an item to an NPC. The NPC runs away. Another NPC walks up, hits the guy over the head. I don't know if he killed him or not.
And stole it?
Takes the item, then walks up to you and tries to sell it.
I was he was in Del Paso Heights.
Wow.
Is that where this game takes place?
Terrible.
I'm sold. I want to buy the game just because of that.
It's not a morality system. It's and it's not a scripted story with branching paths. It's a system of cause and effect. Characters have unique personality traits, memories, and goals. So
they'll remember your face.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jack will remember that.
So they react differently as your actions build the story around you. That's something that's new. Now, I like the ground level because when you look at the game, and again, the game's called Great Cascade if you're interested. It's one of those Steam games. So it's probably going to be like a little, kind of a cheap game.
Yeah.
But it's one of those ground level things where you can see this implemented in a giant AAA game. Take your Halo or something, right, Corey?
That would be a blast.
Instead of it just being a straight first-person shooter, blasting around, whoever you shoot, they remember.
Their family mourns. And
Exactly.
they write you upset letters.
Exactly.
My son was just a grunt. It was his first year in the forces.
Exactly. They
And
come
he never
at
came
you.
home.
It says you can give, take, save, kill, inform, hide, be loyal, betray, do what you want, and deal with the consequences. The features are open world game, open story, single player. Characters remember and react to your actions, of course. With every new game, the characters' traits and relationships are randomized, so you always get a new experience. Every single time.
I like it.
It's ridiculous. It's the future, sir.
It's about time.
Can you play with other people?
So let me go back to
Oh my god! And we're in like a group together. Man, I would fuck your
Nope,
storyline
you all
up.
spawn
Let me-
in different
In
cities.
different cities.
Let me go to the features.
There are too
again.
many cities that you're never going to be able to find each other. No,
Yeah.
see, I would just follow you around. I wouldn't even participate. I would
Just
just
watch
be a fly on the wall and
a
watch
voyeur.
LaReesa tear society apart.
Oh my god!
It says maybe you deliver an item for a
LaReesa
guy.
starts a cult.
Yeah,
That's
that's
her
exactly
mission
what
in the
happened. Day 1. Day 2, we spawn into her server. It's all like red sky. Everything's in ruins. Crows are flying over.
The purple-haired queen.
Yeah.
Oh,
What makes you think it would be like decimated? Like I'm not gonna live on it.
Trust me,
I mean,
Well,
If-
yeah,
if
where
you
you
gain-
live won't be decimated, but the peasants.
it will be
will be
burned to the
red.
ground.
LaReesa would be the absolute worst politician, like government leader, ruler you can imagine.
have you ever
Here's-
seen The Purge?
I am a just
Yeah.
god queen.
Have you ever seen The Purge? That's just a documentary about LaReesa.
That's a
Becoming
giant
president.
what
Yeah.
if scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the question: Trump or LaReesa?
Oh, Trump in a heartbeat. In a fucking heartbeat.
Not even thinking about it. Bring on the wall.
Take Trump.
I choose Canada.
Take Trump.
I choose Canada.
If you take Trump, you chop off his penis and paint his hair orange. I mean, not orange. From orange to purple.
Wow.
That's what we have.
I am nothing like Trump. That's terrible.
Well, he
Yet.
cut off the penis.
Trump
So I mean,
Trump didn't start out this way.
Donald Trump didn't start this way. Yeah, he was a
He
slow
evolved.
evolution. Yeah.
he's a Pokemon now.
This is in his final form.
He started
Yeah.
as Ron Weasley from Harry Potter.
Oh,
That's
God.
horrible. That's horrible.
It was a curse that went horribly wrong.
Got anything in chat before I go into the next one? I'd like to hit them up just to see if they're.
Shots fired. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, of course they are.
Kennedy's in the room.
No.
I want to see.
Kennedy says hi.
I
We
wanna
should all
see-
say hi to Kennedy.
Hey Kennedy.
Hey,
She's been a loyal
Kennedy.
viewer since not day one, but since day one of her.
You know, it could be Noel.
It's they're the
No,
same. They're one and the same.
They're one and the same now. Their souls
It's-
have united.
It's Coel.
They are one.
They're Coel now. Exactly. They're playing life's co-op
Cool.
game. Microsoft officially, everybody, kills Lionhead Studios. Now, we did a story a while back saying that they were putting it up on the chopping blocks. You know, they're getting rid of it. But as of yesterday, day before yesterday, let's go ahead and say that.
It was made official.
It was made official. They said, you know what, Fable, you did what you needed to do, which was suck, and now your whole company's gone.
The first one was good. And then it
Yes.
gradually got worse. And
And
then
that's-
eventually it just...
How do you get worse as a series, though, and continue to go?
Yeah, it was...
Transformers?
It got bad.
Well, Transformers. No, I mean a video game series.
Oh, okay.
And Transformers
So-
1 was terrible.
I thought you just meant as a whole.
It was terrible. All of those
Comparatively,
were. Transformers.
the first one
was a
wasn't
giant movie about
a Camaro. It sold so many Camaros.
robots that can change, but it wasn't Transformers. That's what that was. Just like I say about Ninja Turtles, it's a movie about giant reptiles, but it's not Ninja Turtles. That's what that is. Yeah. So Lionhead Studios is done. So I'm sorry, guys. Your Fables, your Fables. I don't think they make anything else.
Gaming Since Gaming says, do not talk shit on Fable Legends. None of you played it. That is false.
So yeah, that's 100% false. I
Yeah.
will raise my hand, Corey.
I was there.
Thank you.
We played it together.
And it's terrible.
I think it
No, it was terrible.
No, it would have been better because actually playing as the character, as one of the warriors, was good. I mean, it was Fable, right?
It was okay, but
You know,
it was
I could
limited Fable.
Yeah, it was limited Fable, but still, nonetheless, I could see value in that. But when you became the villain, it just wasn't meant for controller.
It was keyboard, yes.
Keyboard, mouse,
yes.
or if they would have ended up doing the tablet thing like they said they were going to do originally, it was supposed to be tablet controls. So you would be doing touch and moving around.
That would be better, yes.
That would have been so much better.
Yeah, but it's not a full $50 game.
Empty promises.
That should have been a free-to-play game. And then you microtransaction.
I think it was a free-to-play game.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Michael transaction.
Yeah, then you microtransactions.
They
that
needed to add
whole
some
thing.
Michael transactions.
Yeah.
Microsoft needs to
Some
add
Microsoft on
microtransactions.
Michael
there.
transaction.
Did they go free-to-play, though? Because when we played it, it was $50. Or it was
when
going to be.
Well, the first time we played it, it wasn't even. It was like 2 years before launch. I played it in beta, once we got the codes for that.
I played in Gamma, and it was still terrible.
It was Gaming Since Gaming is
He's losing his
he's
shit.
losing his mind.
You have no idea, bro.
It's like, win.
and Tomb Raider are the best games of all time.
I don't know
By
why.
the way, he's a pro wrestling.
He's got to say why he like.
Ooh yeah.
And he's probably upset that the servers got shut down April 13th, everybody, 2016. So it's over.
Wow.
It is over.
We hardly knew ye.
Maybe some some massive fan Gaming Since Gaming can go back and open those servers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then get shut down 2 years later.
Well, someone's bitter about something. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, you want to get that off the chest?
Oh, just the legacy World of Warcraft legacy server.
So explain this and how this affects you.
The legacy. Actually, somebody was asking
Yeah,
about
someone
this.
asked
I
you.
know
In
we
chat.
we discussed it, and I went and actually watched. I watched quite a few videos, but the legacy server it was a third-party thing that they had created to copy how World of Warcraft was before the expansions, before it got more
Vanillas,
casual to
right?
play. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it was all, you can go back and re-experience the vanilla world as it was, because every expansion the world changed in big ways, and you can't really go back and revisit all the old things, because a lot of the old dungeons became higher level, like raids or higher level dungeons, so you couldn't really experience the world as it was when it began.
Question. So you played the vanilla version of it with no expansions at all, right?
No expansions.
Okay. That's what I wanted. I thought they took expansions and made them vanilla version, I don't know, accessible, you know? Like, so you can go to those expansions, but you're still with the same rules as vanilla.
No.
Okay. I just thought that's what it was. Okay.
But a lot of the people who were maintaining the legacy servers were actually people who did work for Blizzard, and they did it all for free. I mean, it was all like they maintained everything just for the fan base, and Blizzard was just like, nope.
I like what you said in
Copyright.
when you replied to that question. You're like, it was a living museum.
Yes.
And that is pretty awesome when you think about it. Like, a game that's changed that far, you'd think they'd want a server that preserves what it was, so you can go back and appreciate what you have now. Maybe
when it was still grapes, right?
Yeah, when it was still
Yeah.
grapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did. I wrote a long post to that guy about it, and it was a living museum. Like, and how could you not, as a company, appreciate the fact that you made such a great game that your fans decided to create something in memory of that?
Because we won money.
Yeah, they released
Yeah.
a statement saying that they had to take it down to protect the intellectual property of it.
Yeah.
Okay, reading chat, we have to go back to this. I'm sorry. Gaming Since Gaming, you need to calm down, sir, because I think you got your account hacked. This is not Joel Gaming Since Gaming. This is Peter Molyneux in the flesh.
Wow.
Because he says the game was getting huge, very ambitious, which is why Microsoft may have canceled it.
I really stuttered on words on how dumb that was.
I mean, it's an opinion.
Yes, it is.
It is an opinion. It exists.
is.
But I don't know why Microsoft would be like, whoa, this game's getting way too ambitious. We may have a hit on our hands.
Let's shut it down.
Yeah.
Chop the head off this creature.
You know what, guys? You like it too much. Too much.
I think we're gonna make too much money from this.
I feel like
So-
the game's just going to be too innovative.
Yeah.
It's just
Let's take it
The
away.
world's not ready for it.
The
Yeah.
world
Just-
is not ready.
shut down.
The day you
Yeah.
put the sentence, the world's not ready, and Fable in the same breath.
Special Cases says, can you patch Joel in via Skype? I need verbal commentary from him now. He's losing it.
Yeah, he's probably yelling at the computer right now. His wife is probably getting really mad.
It's clearly a, yes, like you said, Molyneux.
Molyneux hacked him.
He hacked him.
He definitely hacked
And
him.
he's oddly quiet in chat. You know we love you, Joel. I think it's because the typing right now is probably what's happening right now. We'll back with this story later.
His keyboard probably broke. He's typing so damn hard.
All right, next story is Google patents smart lenses you inject right into your eye.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
The future is here,
The
people.
future
Hell
is
no.
Do you want to give
here.
him a voice, Aaron? I think we can patch him in.
For
I don't
the
have headphones.
Lucky you, because
I noticed your head looks smaller.
it's gonna be a shit storm.
You want to patch him in? I think we can pull it off.
Let's go through this last one, and then the other one is the next story would be a list, so we can patch him in right before that one.
Okay.
Yes. So Google Glass may have been a clunky, eye thingy that goes over your glasses, or sometimes if you don't, you have a little thing. But Google is patenting a new way to see the world. We'll
Yep.
call it a new way to see the. I was going to say a new world order. Because that's
That's gonna be the
Google is.
commercial.
The device is meant to replace your eye's natural lens, and it's injected in a solution that congeals and attaches to the lens capsule. Only problem I have with this one is you already know there's going to be advertisements shoved in your eye.
Okay, so when I read this, I was like, you know what this reminds me of? Do you remember that Futurama episode where they go get the iPhone implanted?
Uh-huh.
That's what this reminds me of. And yeah, they did get like
Advertisements out there.
viruses,
Yeah,
advertisements,
exactly.
I'll just get an ad blocker.
Oh, yeah, sure you will.
It'll
Yeah.
be that easy.
It'll be that
Because-
easy.
Yeah.
You blink 3 times, stop, don't blink for 2 minutes, and then blink 4 times.
This is
and
not
you get
good.
the ad blocker.
I understand they're trying to do some type of futuristic thing, but this is not good. What about driving? And then all of a sudden, boom, Burger King commercial in your left eye.
The big ass head.
Yeah,
comes
exactly.
walking into your eye.
And then you swerve and you're in a ditch now because Burger King killed you.
And what do you do like when you actually want to turn it off, but you can't because you start to like dream about it? and
Exactly.
just, it becomes.
It's always on.
Injected in your eye.
Injected.
Oh, I thought this is something else. I saw another one where Sony's developing it's just contact lenses.
Yeah, no, this one is we're
Oh,
poking a
injected?
needle.
No. Contact lenses? Hell yeah.
It's supposed to replace your, what does it say? It's supposed to replace your natural lens, your eye's natural lens.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah,
I'll get the Sony one.
Well,
I could play PlayStation. I just sit there with a controller and just stare into space.
I don't anything injected into me. I'm not down for. But that
Yeah.
no. It's supposed to be able to have communication with other devices on the outside, of course. You know, probably Bluetooth in your
and
eyeball.
this is how they track you.
Oh yeah, oh no,
You
hands
gotta
down,
touch your eyeball to turn Bluetooth on.
hands down.
Hang on, I gotta connect to Wi-Fi.
It's not a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing.
You ready to take this caller?
Let's take the what we're gonna do now, everybody, for your audio pleasure
Turn your
is a little segment
Volume
called
down.
Defend Your Game. So we have Joel here, everybody. Gaming since gaming in the chat room, avid listener, first time caller. No,
No, he's been on the show.
yeah, he's been on the show.
He's been a guest in my home.
and he is
Oh, good
speaking.
lord. He knows where you live to piss him
Speaking
off.
the praises of Fable Legends, and Joel, I ask you one question: can you defend your game? Go. And there it is, everybody.
I'm looking at your faces on Twitch, and I'm fucking pissed, dude. That negativity is why that game got canceled. And when I say it was very ambitious, it's because in the forums. Okay, one, the podcast, all the information I'm about to say, you might not want to air this. Do you want me to keep going?
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah! Why not? Let's go.
Okay. All right. What it was is when I first started, like they had villagers look like little white dummy dolls. Okay, that was a year ago. It has completely changed. So that makes me wonder when did you last play? Because there are so many things that have been updated. Like throughout the months, every new patch was fucking huge, and there was new shit all the time. It was crazy how like in depth it. They were nice enough. The devs were fucking awesome. They always were open to everything we had to say to them in the private closed beta forums, and they always tried to make new things. They gave us a tease of the next patch. I don't think I have it saved anymore. But basically, you'd be in. Okay, you say you're in Bowerstone, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the town, all right? You'd see all the other heroes, your friends, all your heroes. You'd be fucking doing all your fart emotes, fucking all that shit, all the funny shit that Fable is loved for. Okay, go into the fucking pub, play some fucking pub games. They didn't say that was happening, but they were going towards that direction.
Wait.
Hold on. Yeah, that's a
And
good.
that's no, because that patch was gonna bring the heroes together in the same. What do you call that?
Just
Like in the same like server where they'd be in the same Bright Lodge town together, and that's not how it was before. So they were moving towards that where you could interact inside the hub domain, that hub town.
But initially, this is what we're talking
Initially, you
about.
couldn't do that shit, and that's what I mean. You're judging the game based off of however long ago you played it.
That's entirely fair because
gotta
when
have-
No, it's not fair. You did not play it at its final state.
There's not going to be a final state.
Okay, yeah, now there's not. But look, the point is, you don't. Okay, when you had Sack Indie, okay, those games were in development. Those games have potential. They have more potential. When they're finally finished, they're probably gonna be a hell better than they were at the point that you played it. So that game could have been shit.
So here's the
but
thing,
like
though.
a year from now, when it's finished, that game could be fucking awesome. And the thing was, you had Fable fans. Oh, it's not a true Fable. There was nothing about that game that wasn't Fable. It was so fucking on point.
Here's the
The
thing.
only-
That was never anything we said, because that was never a critique
this
from us.
negativity is
Here's
the
the
whole
thing.
shit talking about Fable is why this shit got shut down.
Can I
And because
I retort?
But,
Can I retort? So, the base of a game, whenever you first play it, it has to be fun, right? Even at its most watered down form, has to be fun. So what
but everybody's perspective is different.
Understandable. When the game was announced and the stuff that we were going to do in the game, I was excited for it. You can go back to episodes when I was like, "This is awesome. This is what I wanted. I wanted a D&D type of feeling where one person is the dungeon master and everybody else are raiding through whatever obstacles that you're going to do." Then fast forward to about a June-ish, where we go to E3 and we sit and play. I don't know what version it was, but it was a version that they felt comfortable showing to the public in a grand scale. Correct, Corey?
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was going. Like, you only have so much time to grab attention. There's so many other good games coming out that when you are going to launch, you have to. Context is everything. So if you're launching at E3 they had one of the biggest booths at E3.
Huge
did they
booth.
not?
Huge booth.
And we played it, weren't impressed, but still, we didn't rail on it then. We waited until it actually came out and we got to put hands on it. I didn't put as much time into it here because I just didn't want to. It wasn't fun. Like, I played it for maybe 2 hours, 3 maybe. I think I played with Jada a little bit, and I just could not get into the game. And this happens. This happens
with games. It's just some. And then to touch on the point of it's not a real Fable game, I've never said that. I believe even on old episodes I've said this is where I saw the game naturally progressing, because the story mode it was whatever.
But the thing is, like, games like, sorry, one more thing. Like, let's say for me it was another one was Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Anything past 2.
Was that the one where? What was the one where you can all play together?
Unity.
Sorry. Yeah, so Unity. Buggity. I played it. I was in, and then the first impression was so bad.
But no, Corey, you didn't see it to its full potential.
I didn't wait for all the patches.
You didn't let the patches and updates for it to get fixed.
You have my attention for this much time before I have to move on to the next game.
Because we're in the year 2016, and everybody wants things instantly and happening now. Now, if they had done a Kickstarter, then maybe we can see some progress. But I don't think it was the overall.
But what do you think about that, Joel? First impressions. I mean, what do we always say? What's the thing? First impressions are everything. This game had a bad first impression. If people are willing to stick it out like you did, maybe it was the great game. But that's a mistake on. What do you think about that?
Well, that just shows how close-minded whoever is saying that it was a bad game and they didn't find it fun. You're very close-minded. When I played that game, I probably played it in a worse state than you did, okay? When I was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, wow, this game has a lot of potential. Like, I could see where it was going. And I would go on the forums and I would read things that other people would say. I would watch the devs interacting with everybody, and I was like, fuck. That's when I said that this game was probably getting too ambitious, is because in the forums, the beta players would just, hey, let's do this, add this, and they kept adding all this shit. And so Microsoft probably was like, what's going on? What's taking this so long? And they're like, well, we're doing this, and this, and they had a lot more they were probably going to do. And it's like, yo, this is going to border, like, we might have seen Fable Legends in 2017. Who knows?
It said the game was intended to have a 5 to 10 year life cycle.
I feel like this game has already been out for 5 years.
I feel like a lot of games have good intentions. There's a lot of potential in so many different games, and
well, that's what the road to hell is.
There's not always, but there's not always the financial backing. Like, companies change their mind because they want to push stuff out so fast, and then it just becomes overall not as good as it can be.
Well, there's a thing in the gaming industry that I've talked to a few of these indie devs locally, and my friend Jonathan Camacho, the artist, has walked away from projects in the past because of a thing called feature creep. they start developing a game, and then it constantly gets sidetracked with someone saying, "Oh, what if we threw this in there? Or how about one of these?" Like the game Raygun Rocket Ship, the one that we actually played at SAC Anime like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They canceled that one, got rid of all the art assets, started brand new, wanted to add like multiplayer, then got creeped with features again and canceled it again. And so if you're Microsoft there and you're sinking money into Lionhead Studios and they're constantly adding things, whether it's good or not, I mean, put out the damn game and start working towards the next one.
And I think these big companies, they see potential where it's at, even at their base form. Look at Sony. They went and picked up No Man's Sky at its bare bones, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From 4 Brits who were on their own developing their whole thing, and they put their money into it. And this game has been on development forever. But the pitch and the little videos that you get from now and now has kept people so into it that they've just been like, well, we're going to keep backing it. We're just going to keep backing it.
I think Joel brings up great points, and I didn't follow that community. I mean, with so many games that's out there, we can't follow every game community. But, you know, you were into this one, and I'll admit, what you're saying about the devs actually listening to their community and implying those things, using those ideas, that's awesome. And maybe that's what you fell in love with. And you were invested, you know, and I know you play a lot of games as well.
But that's not for big corporations. That's for your indie developers.
But it's fair to say, too, you got to admit that, again, when you're talking mass gaming world, when you're talking about all the Call of Duty players, the people that are actually spending all the money, and you make a bad first impression, like that's crucial. What do you think?
I really don't think, like, my opinion as a Fable fan, I did not have a bad impression of that game. Like, I only saw.
I know you didn't, but look at it from the grand scale of everybody. Like,
that game's not meant for everybody. Just like Halo's not meant for everybody. Just like Call of Duty's not meant for everybody. It's not supposed to wow every single person.
So in your perfect world, this game gets developed, does the 5 to 10 year life cycle, and it's just for that small community.
Games got to make money.
It's not that small of a community, and if that got open to open beta, it would open up a lot of eyes, and there'd be a lot more interest in it. People that are not Fable fans would enjoy that game.
Charlie Manson brings up a good point in chat. He says, in the end, they're a business and they need to try and make money. If they're not seeing revenue from something, they're going to cash out. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, there's going to be more details coming out. I'm sure we'll hear, you know, Microsoft execs will get grilled on this, on why it happened, and we'll hear. But Lionhead Studios has been in a downward spiral for quite a while. I mean, things got better after they let go of Molyneux, it feels like. Like their reputation came back.
I'd rather have the imagination and lies than
truth
and disappointment.
How important was the Fable series to you, Joel? Like, were you a huge fan of 1, 2, and 3, or like, what's your history with Fable?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Connect, and I barely, what was it, Fable Heroes, the arcade one?
Yeah.
Wasn't really into that one. Fable Connect Fable The Journey was forced to try to fucking sell Connect and try to push Connect.
Yeah.
Correct.
And that it's kind of there. I wouldn't say Fable Legends was the same thing. Try to push well, actually no, it was the same thing. How am I trying to say this? You still see ads right now on Xbox for Fable Legends because Fable fucking sells consoles, and like you would see comments on Twitter, on Facebook. I bought the Xbox One over the PS4 because of Fable, and now there's no Fable. That was a very common comment.
We must traverse different forums.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Fable 1 maybe. That Fable 1 was a great game.
And from the hype of that, when they wanted that hype back, because I wanted that hype back.
I mean, I did enjoy tearing up Aaron's world in Fable 2. Like,
which was just horrific.
Fable 2, like, just disappointed everyone. And I think if Molyneux, let's do it like a what-if scenario. If Molyneux didn't overhype the multiplayer in Fable 2 as the way he did, because by the time we actually got it, remember, we weren't even our characters. We had to.
No, you were like some pre-made thing in part 2.
And we couldn't even leave the screen.
It was terrible.
Like, we had to stay within the same camera angle.
Yeah, it was dumb.
3 came around, and they
got a little better.
They finally lived up to the hype of the multiplayer, but that story, like, when it ended, I was.
Yeah.
What was that?
There was a lot of still buggy things in that, and not buggy as in like glitches, but it just didn't feel like the next progression in the game. And maybe because the way Molyneux comes out and he says all his dreams, like just blurts them out, everything he wants, and then
God bless his soul.
Yeah, and then the game doesn't come anywhere near what he imagined. That's just I think a limitation. Like Molyneux, we can only do so many things with this computer.
And
what the hell?
look at Fable 2 though. That's coming hot off the heels of Fable 1, which everyone has these fond memories of as being one of the best. So that game was, unless it just delivered on all ends, it was going to disappoint.
And I think the multiple,
even though it wasn't a bad game, because it came after such a great game, it was going to disappoint.
Yeah, the multiple hits it took. Fable 2, Fable 3 didn't do that great. Then you got the Kinect stuff. Then you got the heroes.
I don't think I've ever heard somebody say they want to go with Xbox because of the Fable exclusive.
We hear Halo.
I hear Halo all the time. Like 10 years in 10 years, and
You work for a gaming industry
and
company.
6 different stores. Like not once.
Joel, thank you so much for coming on to the show
Yes.
and defending your point and doing it in a
Rage way, in the internet way.
I think he did great.
Yeah.
I love
and
it,
actually, I do see some of his points. And I didn't understand that their community was that close knit, and that would suck if the game, if you were in that community and you see these people are utilizing your ideas, and the potential is there. I imagine he feels somewhat the way you feel when Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh no, I don't
You
care.
know what? Maybe good guy Sony will pick it up.
No, the difference between me and that one, they had a game that was 99% done.
Well,
that was the next iteration.
From what
of
it
a
sounds
game.
like, this game was closer than we.
In everybody's mind, it was. Yes, on the forums in everybody's mind, it was. Thank you, Joel. We got to go.
Joel,
on to
final thoughts.
Yes.
Plug your YouTube.
No, I'm good. Actually, if you want to see some Fable Legends footage, probably in the next month or so, I will be uploading some.
And where can they find it?
Where can they find it?
YouTube.com /gaming sense gaming.
All right, Joel. Thank you so much.
Yep. Later.
He was like, "Shut up! I just want to get out of here right now." But I mean, I like that. If we can get some more people that have a game they want to defend, I will thoroughly slaughter it. So we have popular games coming up soon. Everybody just thinks No Man's Sky is the only one coming up, but we got plenty of games coming up.
What we do?
Yeah, according to
I thought it was just
IGN, here are the top 10 games that are coming up. We can do a quick bang it or
Bang it or bang it?
Bang it or bang it, yeah.
All right.
We haven't done that in a while. Starting at number 10, Walking Dead Michonne's Episode 3. Anybody even play 1 and 2?
I did.
I'm going to bing the hell out of that one.
You're not going to pound it with
No,
a long stick?
not going
with
to.
a flat bottom?
Why?
Mm,
Oh, wait.
I'm not a Walking Dead fan.
Okay. Is it Telltale?
Yeah.
I did enjoy the Telltale, so I would do it.
I believe the Michonne game is it's episodic. And
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
said
already
episode 3.
started.
Yes,
Episode 3, that's what I said.
Yeah. I haven't been playing this one. I'm gonna wait till the collection happens because
Yeah,
Yes.
I've played the last 2 episodically, and it's just too much, man. The cliffhangers kill me. I like to just be able to play through
Exactly.
from beginning to end.
I agree with this.
Webb?
Bing it.
Okay, that's 2 bangs, 2 bangs. Nice. Next one on the list, Kirby Planet Robot.
What?
Robobot, it says. I'm going to bing this one too.
Yeah, I'm going to bing the crap out of
Only
it.
because I don't have the system.
Wait, I thought Bing was a good thing.
No.
Nope.
Like,
Bang is
like
a
the
good
search
Has
engine.
Bing ever been a good thing?
Yeah. Okay.
You use Bing? What's
No.
wrong
Exactly.
with you?
What is wrong with you?
thing. Microsoft.
That's why my computer shut down.
Exactly.
Yeah. What the fuck you doing? Please advice.
Kirby, LaReesa, you getting it?
Yeah.
All right.
I you know what I really enjoyed, probably my favorite as Kirby was the one on N64.
That was my favorite
Yeah.
too, because you can
That was my
merge
favorite
the
there.
two. They don't even do that anymore in the Kirby's, where you can
know.
merge 2 powers with Kirby
Yeah,
and
dude.
create a new one.
The Crystal Shards one. Oh my
Freaking
god, it was
amazing.
so much
Shard
fun.
crystals.
Yeah,
Yep.
you sharded all the time.
All the time.
Corey, Kirby,
Well, seeing as though I do not play my Wii,
play with your Wii. Okay.
since I do not play with my Wii, I have people for that. I'm going to Bing that one.
Webb,
Bing.
Kirby.
I
He's like, I said
Bing.
it before you even
I said it. You said Cur, I said Bing.
Next one, Tokyo Mirage Session. You don't even know what it is, do you?
I'm going to bing the crap out of it, though.
Is it racing?
Yep.
I have no idea what this game
Racist.
is. I didn't
Wait,
probably-
we should all take our best guess. Just based off the name, the three of us will take a quick 1 to 2 sentence guess on the synopsis, and then Aaron will correct us.
Okay.
What's the game called one more time?
Tokyo Mirage.
Street racing.
Yeah.
Wait, you just stole LaReesa's.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Be more
You
creative.
can't copy me.
Okay.
So LaReesa, but it can't just be street racing. What makes it a Tokyo Mirage?
What? It's in
Tokyo
it's in
Mirage.
Japan.
It's called the full title is Tokyo Mirage #FE Special Edition.
Drifting. You're gonna be drifting in a parking garage
That's horrible.
as a white person.
I believe it's
there.
going to be a ninja game where you study the art of miraging. So you, from a distance, someone thinks you're standing there, and then when the time they get there, you're gone.
By the time you get there, they're gone.
I'm a Mirage the crap out of this game.
It's on a Nintendo console too, actually, which is
A
just
Nintendo console?
weird. Yes. Yeah.
What is it?
It's an RPG. It's a JRPG by Atlas, everybody. Just
Oh.
like in the kind of in the vein
Oh,
of
duh.
kind of in the vein of Persona.
Got it. Yeah.
So I was closest.
We're all dumb.
Yeah, actually.
No.
Therefore, I win.
LaReesa and I are just racist. In Tokyo,
Yeah.
we're like street racing.
Yep, that's it. That's all
I
heard.
would bang this one only because I haven't played any of the Persona, and I haven't played a JRPG in a long
I should have
time.
known that. Now I feel stupid.
Battleborn.
Bang it.
Battleborn.
Game shared.
It was
Game shit.
it was an open beta. Bags is very high on.
Oh
this
yeah,
game
he's
right
already
now.
gonna buy. He's already bought it.
Alexander Baggs, our strawberry blonde bastard from Bostonia, is really into this game.
It's far from Boston.
Based solely on him actually having a positive outlook on a game, I think I'd bang it.
Okay. Wow. Overwatch.
Oh, bang it.
Bang it.
LaReesa.
Game shared.
Okay. Overwatch. I'd bang that one too.
She likes sharing.
I mean, I already have like a specific set of games that I'm gonna play all the time that I invest money into.
League of
So
Legends.
if somebody else in my group is gonna buy that game, like we can share it.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
No.
Jeez,
Bang.
not even a big.
No.
no.
I'm not even.
bang it.
I'm not even playing this game anymore.
Like no.
I'm not gonna buy some French art project that disguises
Asian-
itself as a video game.
Asian art project.
No, it's a French
She's a
game.
main character is Asian.
Well, she's of Asian descent, but the game is made by a French studio.
Yeah.
It's nothing. That's the Mona Lisa in a video game.
I don't buy no French thing.
I ain't
Wow.
buying no pretty little art games.
If it was a Freedom Project.
I enjoy the articles that they had written about what the game's going to be about. Like I enjoyed reading all that stuff. It made me interested, but I probably will not. buy
Maybe
it.
one of the nerdiest things. we've
So
ever
I'll just
seen
read
on the
more
show.
articles on it. That's all I
I
do.
like the articles about the game.
Doom.
I'll red box it.
Oh, that's
Dude.
close.
That's a terrible.
Some
game.
other people should go first.
Doom.
Meh.
Doom.
I'm scared.
Probably bang.
Yeah, no. From what I saw with you played, Corey, I would not.
I'll just play Halo. I already have Halo.
Yeah. I know there was a beta, and I know it was, still very early and everything. But again, the
But it has
foundation.
so much potential.
I'm gonna pull a.
Don't you give me that. Yes.
I'm pulling a Joel here, and I just see so much potential in the game.
Oh my god.
I personally had fun with it.
Don't you give me that BS.
No, that's cool. I mean, there's games like that. I'm sure.
I
for
know it's
you,
not for everybody.
For you, maybe it's Smite.
How
You know,
dare
it's a
you.
game that's never gonna blow up.
How dare
but it
you.
means something to you.
No.
You see potential in it.
That game is horrible. Like, it was so.
I liked Doom. I had fun with it. I can't say it was a great game. I can't say it was terribly innovative or that it even looked good. All I can say is that I had fun playing
Wait
it.
for the Unreal Tournament to come out again.
That's what it was. It was
Yeah.
It was Unreal Tournament.
So then when you get that little placeholder, that's what it is. That game should come out at $30. Doom.
Doom.
Yep. Then it'd be more appealing. But right now, no.
I think this was a great show, Aaron.
We're not
Props
even
to
done
you.
Yet. We're not even done yet.
Well, for those of you who are following us on Twitch, the show is not going to end
exactly.
at the end of this little diddly that we play in
All
the
right.
outro.
Real quick. Uncharted 4. There's only 2 more.
Oh
Bang.
yeah.
Bing,
And No Man's Sky.
bang.
Fence. That's where I'm going with that one.
Red box.
Fence.
Yeah.
Redbox? Really?
I'm gonna date it for a hot second, see how things go before I decide if I'm gonna bang it or.
How about Corey buys it and then we all share?
I like it.
There it is. Thank you for listening, everybody. If you are not coming out to twitch.tv videogame_bang, you are doing yourself a disservice. We do this every Saturday at about 9 o'clock. We're
I love how we have to say at about
we're
Between 9 and 11.
9-ish.
we're on CP time. But it's an amazing show live. We get live callers from time to time.
I love that the computer worked the whole
the
time.
computer worked the whole time. Were we recording?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Exactly. But I think we should make that a thing, though. Defend your game. I like that.
I like it.
Mm.
And we've built a community at this point that has respect. Joel, I'm sure, wanted to call us every name he could think of.
Every single name.
But he didn't.
That's why he was quiet for.
That's why he had his mic.
80%.
He
Yes.
muted his mic when he wasn't talking because he's just saying, "You mother,
Thank you.
mother,
Highest thank you.
Unfollow.
I hate your faces.
Highest thank you to Joel for doing that.
Heck yeah!" And he's gonna be in
class.
studio, and we'll let you
Class.
two fight it out in the cage.
If you want to
I
help
wanna be
us,
here so bad.
if you want to help us, help you, go to patreon.com. Become a patron today, everybody.
Today.
It's
We
Patreon-
got to do the drawings and stuff.
We do, don't
So
we?
stick around.
Oh, it's the beginning of the month.
After the credits here, we're going to do our tribute to all of the Patreon followers. We're going to read through all your names as a thank you. And then on the Twitch broadcast, we will do our drawing for the prize, which this month is the Fallout 4 DLC bundle.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. If you want to be in the drawings, of course, go to patreon.com. For LaReesa, terrible.
Yep.
For
Good
LaReesa,
one.
Cory, the real David Webb, I'm Sir Aaron Carter saying, look out for my audiobook. It's going to be hot.
So this is, of course, our monthly segment where we pay tribute to those of you who each and every month help make this show happen by giving us money through the website patreon.com. This is one of the very small ways we can repay you guys. We understand that there's pretty much nothing we can do to earn that honor of monthly donation, but we try and do stupid little small things like this to make up the great debt that we owe you. This month the world has been shaken by the loss of a pop icon, a music icon in Prince. So that is why VGB has decided that this month's theme is going to be Prince. Again, thank you guys all for donating. And without any further ado, this is When Bangs Cry. Special cases.
That's the worst.
Oh my god, do all of the names.
Yeah,
Go.
do all the names.
Go.
Your turn, Webb.
No. Here we go.
You're not going to do all the
Webb,
names?
you gotta go.
No, we're waiting on you.
I'm not gonna do them all.
Yes, you
Kendra
are.
Bayo.
No, that's not how it works.
Yes, this is
No.
how it's.
He did well. I mean,
Dream if you will, Kendra Veo, Remy Ochoa and Goliath Prime, Stephen Hill, your Adium Ruiz. Wait, that wasn't supposed to happen.
we
How
just
can
got
you
kicked off of Twitch.
Gaming since gaming so cold. Alexander Bags, Steven Gutierrez, Crystal Aaron, Noel Beltran. He's never satisfied.
Terrible.
Christopher's balls and no flutter. Ivy Doom Kitty, Game Set Hatch, no Porter, Music, Jerry Punner, Recon, Ceramic Dragon, Adam C, Andy Villanueva Jr., Jennifer. David Webb's a dickhead because he refused to take his turn. Eric Akiyama's not from Japan, but David Ing. John Spartan is our boss. See,
There was no way that we could have reached that, sir. You have outdone yourself. Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
feel like you
Very
guys.
good.
I
Very
feel
good.
abandoned.
No.
No.
You should feel honored, sir.
Yes.
Not Prince. He shouldn't feel honored. He is turning literally in his grave. But you did.
That's
you did
why the
do
doves
it.
cried.
Yes.
A for effort.
That is why the doves cried, everybody. I was waiting on Jerry Paneri Khan with so many syllables in that last name. And you did not disappoint, sir.